All right. Thank you, Indy and Ryan, for inviting me to talk. Let me just share my slides and we'll get going. So I'm here today to talk about my company, Axolotl Biosciences, which is a spin-out of my research laboratory. I work at the University of Victoria, where I'm a full professor and Canada Research Chair in biomedical engineering, and my research lab focuses on engineering neural tissue from stem cells. And some of the technology we have developed in my laboratory, we have spun off into our company, Axolotl Biosciences, whose goal is to enable the 3D printing of humanized tissue. Our company incorporated in March 2020. We have two co-founders, along with myself, including my recent PhD graduate, Dr. Laura de la Vega, and one of our biomedical engineering undergraduates, Lila Abelseth. We also currently have 5 full-time staff, including a production manager, a co-op, and a business manager, and some other staff we're currently onboarding. We have raised over 1.1 million in competitive grant funding to take some of our 3D bioprinting technology to commercialization, along with $200,000 approximately in salary support from a variety of sources, including Innovate BC, NRC IRAP, as well as BioTalent Canada. So the main problem we're trying to address with Axolotl Biosciences and our mission is to help expedite the process of drug discovery and development. It costs approximately $2.6 billion and around 12 years to take a pharmaceutical drug to market, mainly due to the fact that current preclinical tools for drug discovery, which include animal models and humanized tissue, aren't very accurate at predicting the efficacy and safety of different drug targets. Accordingly, over 90% of the neurological drugs entering clinical trials fail. And for those of you who are familiar with these things, diseases like Alzheimer's and multiple sclerosis and Parkinson's really lack true cures. So there's really a need to have better preclinical models so we can get a better success rate of getting these drugs into the clinic where they can actually be effective. And the way our company has chosen to address this is through the field of 3D bioprinting. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with traditional 3D printing, where you usually have a 3D CAD file that's taken and used by the bioprinter to extrude essentially a plastic polymer in the shape that the CAD file specifies. 3D bioprinting is similar, except that instead of using a plastic to print a hard, solid object, we actually use specialized inks called bioinks in combination with things like cells and stem cells and drug delivery in order to print structures that resemble humanized tissue. And then the end goal would be to use these humanized tissues as a tool for drug screening. Our initial product that's currently in beta testing is a novel versatile bioink that enables us to print neural tissues derived from human pluripotent stem cells. And you can read about this. We've published 5 papers about the effectiveness of our initial product. And what distinguishes us from our competitors is our ink really enables our tissues to have high levels of cell viability as well as function. So we can actually print neural tissues that recapitulate the chemical and electric signals that you'd find typical in neural tissue. We do have a patent that we filed in Canada, the US, China, and the EU that protects some of our bioink formulations, particularly any of our specialized inks that use drug-releasing compounds to specify what the stem cells inside of our ink become in terms of tissue. And so we're looking forward to then further expanding our product line to include specialized inks for printing specifically brain tissue and spinal cord injury, hopefully to have these to market by early next year. In terms of our beta testing program, we currently have our ink out with 6 different beta testing groups. We have 3 academic groups, including a group at the University of Texas, El Paso that's using our novel inks to print cardiac tissue, as well as 2 different groups at UBC that are, again, evaluating our ink for a variety of different purposes. In terms of industrial partners who are looking forward to potentially licensing our bioinks for distribution, we do have material transfer agreements with CellInk, who's the largest global 3D bioprinting company, Brinter, who's a Finnish bioprinting company that sells their unique 3D printer, as well as Precision Technologies, who handles distribution in the Far East, including Singapore and China. So with all of that, I think it's really an exciting time in the field of 3D bioprinting, especially using this as a tool for drug discovery. And if you're interested in learning more, we're always happy to partner with people, both in terms of corporate partners looking for talent, as well as potentially investment. And you can see at the bottom is my contact info. So if you require any more information, please reach out to me at willarth@axolotlbiosciences.com. And thank you for listening.